In the study of motion in physics, displacement allows us to describe the location or the change in the location of an object. When we talk about the change in location of an object, we don't want to confuse displacement with distance. Displacement describes the change in the position of an object, and distance describes the length of the path an object travels. Let's say I am walking east on Main Street from 1st Avenue down to the dog food store on 5th Avenue. On my way, I stop at the gelato shop on 2nd Avenue and get some gelato for the road. By the time I reach 4th Avenue, I've finished my gelato and decide to go back for just one more scoop. Then I continue on to the dog food store. For my whole trip, what is the distance I've traveled? I traveled 1 block to the gelato shop, 2 more blocks in my intended direction, 2 more blocks back to the gelato shop, and then the 3 blocks to the dog food store. The total distance I have traveled is 8 blocks, and the distance I have traveled does not depend on the directions I traveled in. What is my displacement? My displacement is just the change in my position from my initial position at 1st Avenue to my final position at 5th Avenue. My displacement is 4 blocks to the east. Displacement is a vector quantity because we describe the change in position with both a magnitude and a direction. My final location is 4 blocks east of my initial location. Distance is a scalar quantity because length only has a magnitude, not a direction. As another example, let's say I ride my bicycle around a circular track that's 500 meters in circumference 10 times. What is my total distance traveled? 500 meters multiplied by 10 times around equals 5,000 meters. What is my total displacement? Remember, displacement is the difference between the initial and final positions. If I ride around the track 10 times, my final position is the same as my initial position. Therefore, my displacement is 0, or 0 meters. Now let's look at displacement as a vector. This time, I'm riding my bicycle in a straight line. We draw an x-axis. This vector, x0, shows my position with respect to the origin of the axis we drew. If I ride a bit to the right, this vector, x, shows my new position with respect to the origin. The difference between these two vectors is this vector, delta x. Displacement is a change in position, and the Greek letter delta denotes a change. Delta x, then, is the change in the position, or the displacement, of me and my bicycle.